Kid Rock, Only God Knows Why. That's what we're getting into today. On your recommendation, on the heels of our last Kid Rock video, you guys were jumping in the comments and saying we got to do Only God Knows Why, and that's why we've arrived at this one here.
Yeah, and this one is from 1999.
1999 was the single release. Yeah, it was off the album Devil Without a Cause in 1998.
Yes.
And this was a surprising song apparently at the time when it was released, because Kid Rock was known for his high energy anthems, which we've got into on the channel.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because we've already done quite a big diversity of his, I would say. I mean, obviously we've done the catalog from him earlier on and then later on, and, you know, some of his collaborations, but we've seen that kind of rap rock side of him now. We've seen a little bit more of the country southern side of him now. We've seen some of his more stripped down stuff when he did the collaboration. So it's been cool to see his journey.
You're referring to Pictures with Sheryl Crow.
Yes.
And yeah, so we've got to see some different sides, different flavors of Kid Rock, but this was his breakout album. So I think at this time, maybe he hadn't experimented as much with some of those musical genres that we just talked about.
So this shocked people. People were like, this doesn't sound like his usual, apparently.
Yeah, so maybe if you were listening to Kid Rock at the time, you can tell us what you thought of this song when you first heard it, and give us your insights about any other Kid Rock songs that we should check out as part of his catalog. You guys always jump in those comments. Some of you are really passionate about Kid Rock. Some of you have a little more inflammatory commentary about Kid Rock. But he's an inflammatory commentary type of guy.
Yeah,
I would say. So he's definitely not shy about who he is. And as an artist, from a music artist standpoint, you've got to love that to a degree, right?
Yeah, and it seems like this was pretty well received because it went to number 19 on the Billboard Hot 100. And so like for something that was seemingly so different for him at the time, like it did pretty well.
All right, let's get into some more from Kid Rock. Want more energy for the things you love?
Our custom-built Stairway to Health app guides adults through 30 to 60-minute workout sessions with nutrition and mobility tips. It's reliable coaching, steady progress, and zero guesswork.
Start your 7-day free trial today. You can find the link pinned as a top comment below.
Trying to find myself, I get behind myself, I need to rewind myself, looking for the payback, listen for the playback, they say that every man bleeds just like me, and I feel like number one. Watch my youngest son, and it helps to pass the time. I take too many pills, that helps to ease the pain. I made a couple dollar bills, but still I feel the same. Everybody knows my name, they say it way out loud. A lot of folks fuck with me. It's hard to hang out in crowds. I guess that's the price you pay to be some big shot like I am. Outstretched stands and one night stands. Still I can't find love. And when your walls come tumbling down, don't
All right, so clearly this I can see why people were not expecting this one. We got a full-blown ballad from Kid Rock here. Imagine thinking that Kid Rock does ballads. I would never have perceived that. Obviously, we've talked about a diversity in his catalog, but even still, like seeing what we've seen from Kid Rock thus far in his popular songs, I can see why so many people were shocked to have this song come out because I mean, obviously the ballad is there as well, but I also wonder if this is like the first time autotune was used or one of the first times anyway.
Yeah, fair. And obviously he's getting vulnerable and somewhat emotional in this song, right? And I think like leading up to this point, I feel like you said, you use it in the sense of the comments, but his image and his vibe was like very inflammatory, like it was like in your face and like, really out there. And this is the complete opposite of that. But I think it really provides perspective to probably something that like a lot of artists can relate to because like you only really see one side of somebody when they're a public figure like that, right? Like even Kid Rock, it's like this curated image of like one piece of who he is. And like he said, you don't see a lot of the things that he goes through on the back end, right? And, I think like we always think of the good parts of fame and like, the fun parts, like the partying and the attention and the money, but you don't really see how it changes people's lives on the other side. Like him saying like, you can't really go out, right, without being in a crowd or like being, harassed or have to deal with people. And, like a lot of the pressure that's put on you and, you feel like you can't have any real relationships because you don't know who's trying to use you and who's just trying to like be around you because of your clout. Right. So I feel like it's probably something that like was, helped him emotionally process his own life.
Yeah, well, I think the title is fitting in the sense, right? Nobody knows what he's going through, right? And he's trying to explain it to people with this song, but still nobody's going to really know until you walk in his shoes. And that's true for all of us in life, right? Nobody knows what you're going through. And so many people struggle with certain aspects of it, right? Fame, as you said, there's a lot of peaks, a lot of perks, I should say. And there's a lot of valleys in where you go on that journey as well that can get you into a lot of trouble that a lot of people don't have to deal with, right? So everybody's walk in life is very, very different.
Yep.
And when it all comes tumbling down, I will always be around. People don't know about the things I say and do. They don't understand about the shit that I've been through. It's been so long since I've been home. I've been gone for way too long. Maybe I forgot all the things I miss. Oh, somehow I know there's more to life than this. I said it too many times, and I still stand firm. You get what you put in, and people get what they deserve. Still, I ain't seen mine. No, I ain't seen mine. I've been giving, just ain't been getting. I've been walking that there line. So I think I'll keep
Kid Rock, only God knows why. Sam, any closing thoughts?
I just want to touch on the visuals before we, sign off here. Is I really enjoyed the video as well with all of the clips from, his journey and his life on tour and everything like that. I feel like it really complemented the song very well because he's talking about all these things that he's going through and, the behind the scenes of this like glamorous lifestyle. And you kind of saw bits and pieces of the good and the bad in there, right? Like you saw clips of him partying and having fun, but you also saw clips where he looked kind of lonely or clips of his family and like stuff like that, right? So I thought that the visuals were really well done as well.
Yeah, I had some shots of some features in there. I think we saw Hank Williams Jr. and probably many more, but you saw shots of Detroit tattoos, a lot of shots of shirts with Detroit on it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he's from Michigan, so that's what he was referring to, and he's talking about home. He misses home because he's on the road so much. The people in his city, his town, his family. That's part of that lifestyle, obviously, but he keeps going. And part of that, only God knows why. Yeah. And so I
signing some butt cheeks.
Yeah. Obviously living the rock star life there. And I think for me, I much preferred the back half when he started to really pick up his vocal and we got away from that auto-tune. Personally, I enjoyed the back half more. I wasn't a huge fan of the auto-tune portion. Some people probably love this song. They probably love the creativity from it. I think for me, it's like I went through this period of hearing it so much when I was listening to hip hop and stuff. And then doing the channel, we've gotten away from auto-tune and hearing so many great vocalists. We've heard Kid Rock be one of those. He has a really obviously gritty voice. And so coming back to this auto-tune, I'm like, I don't know if I like it so much. And so I could see why people love this song. But I think for me, the back half where we got to see the real Kid Rock come through a bit more. Real Kid Rock.
Well, I
enjoyed it.
I think it's interesting though, because like you said, like he doesn't really need it. So it's like, why are they even doing it? I guess for the creativity and
creativity, right?
Yeah.
T-Pain was the same thing, right? He doesn't need
fair.
auto-tune, but they did it to add a different flavor, a different creative sound to what you're hearing.
Yeah, because I was just going to say, like when we did Pictures, like that was more of an introspective, emotional ballad style song. And he was just singing with his own voice and he sounded amazing in that, right? So yeah, I guess people just want to play around with things and see how it sounds and turns out.
Yeah, and I'm just talking about my personal taste. Obviously, you've done a lot, and I have enjoyed our journey with Kid Rock in general. And most of the sounds that I've heard have been so different, and you never know what to expect. So that falls into this category, right? Or this falls into that category, I should say. So, anyways, guys, give us more recommendations on anything else from Kid Rock that you would like us to check out. Let us know where this ranks in the catalog for you. And let us know if you were shocked when you heard this for the first time. I think you said it was cool to see an inside perspective of his life and get to know him a bit more as an artist, I think, bare minimum. So that's it from me. Sam, anything else you want to add?
No, I enjoyed it, and I'd love to hear more from him. I've been enjoying our journey as well. So tell us where to go next, guys.
Subscribe and have a great day.
See you next time, guys.